Kevin, two separate recalls for GM now. Is this going to affect confidence in the brands?
Yeah, this certainly is going to be impacting the markets for these consumer names, GM, Ford, all of them across the board, and we're seeing that because we may have hit peak auto sales. You saw in the most recent earnings come out from those companies, they talked about that consistently, where they're using more and more incentives. Fleet sales were really driving it. Consumers are buying less of these SUVs. The crossover SUVs. She just mentioned the Chevy Equinox, which is that. So consumers are looking at this, and it's not good because they're picking and choosing more.
Yeah, and for a little bit, the auto sector was one of the stronger parts of the economy. We'll get another look this week when we get the jobs number out, Harlan. But it's certainly, when you look at that GDP number last week, it doesn't feel like anything, broadly speaking, has become so euphoric.
And I think it's going to get worse when you look at the rise of Lyft and Uber and GM's increasing interest in both of those platforms. Maybe we've reached peak auto forever. You know, I mean, are we going to see a long-term decline in the auto industry because people don't purchase cars anymore? They just do ride-sharing services.
Yeah, we're seeing subprime auto loans at peak levels before the crisis, and that's a big overhang because the consumer is actually taking on a lot more debt. So that's going to be impacting not only the car companies, but also other consumer brand companies. And we saw that play out in earnings most recently when retail earnings came out over the last couple of weeks. And when you're talking about the GDP, we've had the worst economic recovery since the crisis. So, and this business cycle is long in the tooth. So there's a lot of headwinds coming against the automotive sector.
Got a big week. Consumer confidence, factory orders, the jobs number, housing stats.